Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and with each day that passes, the great news about Ripple, about XRP, about developers building on top of the XRP ledger, it just keeps on a-comin'. There's a piece here from dailyhodl.com, right on your screen right here, titled Ripple Reveals New Push to Boost XRP Markets and Institutional Adoption of Third Largest Crypto Asset. Institutional adoption. Yeah, that sounds kind of important. Let's go ahead and jump into that. I've also got a couple tweets from XRP community members. One of them is a little bit more than just your everyday run-of-the-mill XRP community member, though. It's Brad Garlinghouse. Got a couple tweets from him. And I'm going to wrap up the video with something unrelated, but just fascinating and not good. Also from Daily Hodl. Inside job, crypto investor loses Bitcoin and life savings. Yeah, it ended up being, this guy lost $1.8 million. Wait till you see why. And it goes back to what my grandpappy used to say, which is that people are no damn good. But before we get going here, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you just so happen to be a fan of Ripple and XRP, well, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, or else you hate yourself. Nah, it's okay. Even if you don't, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate all the support in any form, even if it's not a subscribe, even if it's not a like, even if you're just watching a little bit of a video. That's cool in Moon Lambo's book. Let's go ahead and dive into this first article here. A new job opening at Ripple is placing a spotlight on the company's efforts to grow institutional adoption of the digital asset XRP. Ripple says it's looking for a director of institutional markets whose main job will be to expand the reach, use, and liquidity of the third largest crypto asset by market cap. And I want to say, I'm about to read a quote on this. Before I do, though, I just want to state as an XRP holder, this is one of the very most important things, because if you happen to have the same investment thesis as Moon Lambo, which is that, quite simply, utility matters and will win the day, that's what this job is doing, as described here. We're talking about, again, the reach, use, and liquidity of XRP itself. And none of this is financial advice. I don't have a financial background. I'm just sharing with you my firm opinion as a member of the XRP community, having done my own research for almost 2 full years at this point. So here's the quote from the piece. This leader will be responsible for expanding XRP markets infrastructure and assisting company efforts to grow market maker, broker, exchange, and other institutional relationships. This leader will work closely with a team of financial professionals on the institutional markets team, responsible for managing and expanding XRP liquidity to enhance utility and value. Okay, so they're saying a lot of key words for Moon Lambo here. Utility, value. And value is different than price. Price is just the market price, but value is quite different. It reflects directly on utility, frankly, and network effects and things of that sort. But in terms of, they're talking here, look, they're building out an entire ecosystem. Look at this, market maker. Because even though, and this is why, like this, so the people that say, somebody's just going to flip a switch and then it's on and XRP is on and then XRP price moon, that's not exactly how this is going to work. Corridors need to be developed and there needs to be sufficient liquidity. The truth of the matter is, today, and it's not like it's Ripple's fault, they're building stuff out. I'm impressed with what they're doing, but XRP is illiquid to handle the entire volume of money moving around the world. But that's why it makes sense. Like, you grow into this. Look at the corridors that Ripple first went after. You're talking about U.S. to Mexico, U.S. to Philippines. Those were the first 2 announced. And there seems to be enough liquidity for the number of clients on board right now. Eventually, as more come on, you're going to need more liquidity. But I think that liquidity begets liquidity, as Chris Larson, one of the founders of Ripple, had once eloquently stated, I think. Well, liquidity begets liquidity, gets more attention. It's the same concept of why the network, think about network effects, is with each new member of RippleNet, the network becomes that more valuable because those that are participating within the network, they can interact with that many more entities, right? So it makes sense here. But indeed, there will be more exchanges coming online as pools of liquidity, and that's the market-making part. And I think that there will also be market makers outside of cryptocurrency exchanges, I suspect, that, again, just pools of liquidity where you're not necessarily, like retail investors won't necessarily be trading, but I just think if there's an opportunity to buy and sell and it's automated with on-demand liquidity, formerly known as XRapid, that makes a lot of sense to me. Right, the company says its ideal candidate will have more than a decade of experience in capital markets with a focus on FX or commodities. The position is based at Ripple's office in New York City and is also designed to help the company craft new ways to build commercial products and services based on XRP. Here are a few more highlights on what the new hire will do. There's a few bullet points here. Work closely with the Vice President of Institutional Markets to help guide company strategy for enterprise-grade infrastructure and solutions to attract and broaden XRP markets ecosystem. 2. Explore new and innovative ways to partner with existing market participants to accelerate XRP liquidity growth. I love that one. And see, look, they are actually focused on this. Like, I'm telling you, for all the people, it's mostly Bitcoin maximalists, and there's a small, very small percentage of the XRP community that thinks Ripple isn't operating in good faith. But look, Ripple wants to expand the XRP ecosystem in a healthy way, and that does mean the price rising healthily over time. That doesn't mean that there won't be, people FOMOing in and dramatic parabolic rises in price. I suspect that we will have that because it seems very clear to me that people are still in a frenzy over the entire crypto asset class, and of course XRP is a part of that, right at the top in terms of large cap coins. And the third bullet point, help develop crypto and traditional market infrastructure for XRP. Very cool stuff, and you can see right here, this is from the actual Ripple website. This is the actual page about the job, and you can indeed apply now. Director, Institutional Markets. Guys, this is a real, actual business. Yes, I'd say Ripple, does it get more in the world of blockchain? And I know that they're a payments company providing enterprise software. Categorize it how you will. But in the world of blockchain companies, is there an entity? Is there a business that is more professional than Ripple? I don't know about that. I'd say Ripple's pretty much the cream of the crop here. Take a look at this, though. It's kind of fascinating. Like it really is. It's funny because this could sound like most of this could sound like a job for any little old company, but they're doing something that is fundamentally going to transform the world. So there's that little bit right there, right? So I just find it neat. All right, take a look at this tweet from Crypto Maniac 101, who tweets #XRP/MXN Liquidity Index. This is no joke. This is for real. Adoption starts now, and so you can see the volume here spiking. And I just thought I'd cite it. It's just a quick thing. That's not all that this video is about, clearly. But in terms of, since I was just talking about market making, real world adoption, you can see it here. It's just the beginning. But liquidity index for BitSo, XRP/MXN rising. That is real world utility. Businesses are using this to move money around the world today. Utility matters. This is what will give XRP staying power, in my opinion, and I think that's rather substantial to my entire investment thesis. A couple tweets from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse now, and it was in response to, here we go. There was a rumor yesterday, and it sounds like it was like a slip-up, really, that Ripple had 400 customers. So Brad ended up responding to this. It's just two tweets, one in a row. I'm going to read them together. He writes, I'm reluctant to comment on unsubstantiated rumors, sets a precedent that would be hard to live up to, but in this case, I missed the opportunity to correct the question on stage, so I'll do it here. We have not announced 400 customers. I did say we have about 400 employees. Ripple has publicly shared that we have more than 200 customers and are signing 2 to 3 production contracts per week, and we're very pleased with that traction. More to officially come on this soon. So there you go. So there is going to be an announcement along those lines. I suspect, if I just had to guess, and I don't have to guess, but I will guess, I'm going to say it's going to come at swell. Just a fun guess, November 7th and 8th. All right, last piece here. As my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. From Daily Hodl, inside job, crypto investor loses Bitcoin and life savings. Discord chat logs obtained by Fox News show hackers plotting to steal a California man's cryptocurrency stash via a SIM swap attack on his smartphone. The victim, Seth Shapiro, has filed a lawsuit against AT&T, calling it an inside job. According to court documents, AT&T employees allegedly facilitated hackers in decimating Shapiro's life savings, draining $1.8 million from his accounts, including cryptocurrencies and his daughter's college fund. Says Shapiro, quote, AT&T's negligence, criminal negligence, I would say, is almost unfathomable. It essentially destroyed our financial future. Our entire life savings was stolen. And then the piece continues. SIM swapping is when a perpetrator takes control of a mobile device by first obtaining the target's phone number, securing personal information about the account holder, contacting the victim's wireless service provider, impersonating the account holder, responding to security questions, and then asking the service provider to transfer the phone number to a new SIM card. That new SIM card belongs to the hacker. Through another series of hacks, the perpetrator can then access all kinds of accounts that are tied to the phone number, including but not limited to financial accounts and crypto accounts, rapidly draining funds. Shapiro says he was victimized multiple times, and here's another quote. I was SIM swapped 4 times. The 2 biggest were in one day. He alleges that 2 AT&T employees accessed his account to aid in the theft, authorizing changes without his permission. This is outrageous. If this is accurate, this is completely outrageous. There's another quote. The federal government fortunately found chat logs of these guys talking about exactly what they were doing to me at the time. That's nuts. Wow. Anyway, meanwhile, Los Angeles resident and SIM swapping victim Michael Turpin has penned an open letter to the United States Federal Communication Commission, FCC Chairman Ajit Pai. Turpin filed a lawsuit last year when he claimed he lost $24 million worth of cryptocurrencies due to a smartphone attack. Now Turpin is urging the federal regulator to be proactive in the fight against SIM swapping. This is wild stuff, and so I'm not going to pretend to know whether this is completely true or completely not. I always want to hear both sides of something before I form a firm opinion, but I will say if this is completely accurate, as presented here, AT&T helped this guy. Like, you owe him a lot. You would think it would be only right that if this is your fault and your employees did this, yeah. There should be some damages that have to be paid, at least amounting to what he lost. I mean, to me, I'm just saying what sounds fair. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what legally is a reasonable or possible route, but I'm just saying on the surface, if this is right, that would be pretty devastating. People are no damn good. Thanks, Grandpappy. That's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!